What is up? What is up, family? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Check out my podcast, Family Restful Revelations, on Spotify and Apple. We are about to tap into some energy. We are about to tap into some freaking energy. Oh my gosh. We're about to tap into the energy, not some energy. Okay, let me correct myself. Okay, because we don't want to be all over the fucking place. Okay, because we don't want to be in, well, we may want to be somewhere else. I don't know. But anyway, we are about to tap into this energy. Something could be significant about work. Oh, wow, this card doesn't even belong in here. So someone could feel like you don't belong in a work situation, okay? Because I just said this card doesn't even belong in here. So yeah, there could be someone who feels that way, or you could feel this way about yourself, not belonging in some type of work situation, work dynamic, okay? That's what I'm seeing right here. We're going to continue. Okay. Let's see. It says indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So someone is undecided. I want to grow. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Someone's undecided about growing. Someone's undecided about moving in some type of work environment. Someone's unsure. So let's just see. Someone being undecided on whether or not they're going to move up in a work environment. Let's see what this is directed towards. Is it directed towards you yourself? It's definitely work. It's definitely about your uniqueness. But is this directed towards how you feel about yourself, or is this how someone else feels about you, is the question. Three of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands. You could be this Queen of Wands. Alright? Something that could have been sprinkled behind your back, that you heard, that was supposed to be some type of secret, but you heard something and you held on to it. This could be something involving, your aesthetic, or something involving something you're passionate about. Some type of wish, something that gives you passion, something that motivates you, something that inspires you. All right, that also freaking makes you feel like insecure about, okay? And someone feeding off your insecurities in the past, issued you kibbles and bits to, keep you in that space of being in fear of who you are when it comes to something you adore, something you appreciate, something you love to do. All right, someone's, insecure projection holding on to you to the point where you are, have some type of illusion. You feel doubtful. This could be you feeling doubtful about a situation involving your work, or this could be someone else feeling doubtful about, their situation involving their work, because they can't feel doubtful about your work, especially if they're not, especially if they're not, like, what, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, if they're not doing anything, they shouldn't feel doubtful about your work. If they're not doing the same work as you, or whatever the fuck, they shouldn't feel doubtful. And if they do feel doubtful, what is it their fucking concern? So that's still a problem at the end of the day. Them concerning themselves with something that you're working on. Okay, if that is them feeling doubtful about you, this could be you feeling doubtful about where you're going, where you're headed in whatever you're working on. You feeling doubtful and things like that, or someone else feeling doubtful in their self, and they're looking at you and you're feeling assured. Okay, you're feeling reassured. Something definitely became full in this moment. Okay, something became full. All right, something is scattered. There was a whole lot of indentions. A whole lot of, what do I mean by indentions? I mean a whole lot of stops and goes and stops and goes and stops and goes and stops and goes in some situation, but you kept coming back to whatever it was. You would stop for a moment, but then you would come back. Then you would stop and then you would come back. Then you would stop and then you would come back. If you're wondering right now what something is that, if you're wondering about yourself, all right, if you're wondering about something that you're passionate about, this is, if you're searching for whatever you're passionate about, whatever, inspires you, if you're having, confusion or, things like that, moods like that, feelings like that, being confused, I don't know, what is my true passion, who am I, whatever it is, family, is something that you keep stopping and coming back to, something you stop and you go back to it, you stop again and you go back to it, because there's this voice. The reason why you keep stopping and going back to it is because there's this voice that you've been holding on to. If I'm talking to the person that's doing that, if I'm not talking to the person that's doing that, I could be talking about someone, whatever. Just here is the energy that I'm picking up. It's the holding on to, still holding on to how someone perceive something about yourself, which really was their own perception about themselves. However, they, were cowardly, so they projected that perception onto you, and then you held on to the perception for a while. And then sometimes you tell yourself, because you want to be strong and things like that, so you tell yourself, hey, this doesn't bother me, this doesn't bother me, this doesn't bother me. And then you put this shit to the back of your mind, but every time you start something, whatever this is, it's something specific. Every time you go towards this one thing, all right, there could be many things, but this is one specific thing. Every time you go towards it, you stop, you do it, and then you stop, because you're holding on to, that one, lazy conversation. Okay, we call that a lazy conversation. Okay, lazy. It's cool to have, some, lazy days, we say, but lazy conversations, they are lazy. They involve little to no amount of thoughts. So little to no amount of emotion, little to no amount of pressure. And sometimes we need pressure to make decisions and, sound decisions and things like that, family. So anyway, yeah, just a whole lot of, so anyway, yeah, so you release that, doubt. And I know it's like, damn, it's easier said than done. How do you release the doubt? It be hard, because first you gotta know, and you gotta stop, you know what I'm saying, you gotta stop telling yourself that ain't what it is when it's what it is. That's the first fucking, if this is some type of, I don't know. But anyway, if this is some type of something, I don't know, some type of charity run. I don't know why I said charity run, but if this is some type of charity run or something, you're just doing something, marathon or whatever the fuck you're doing. It's like, it's like, you run. I don't know. What is it designed to do? Is it designed to, it's like you leave and you go back, you leave and you go back to it. So is it designed? Is it building up strength? I know I feel like I'm all over the place, but is it building up strength? Also, there is someone trying to come back towards you that you're needing to protect yourself from. Okay, there's always someone coming back towards you that you need to protect yourself from. I fucking feel like we hear this so much. It's always somebody, yeah, you better protect, but it's true, family. You have to protect yourself from these type of people, because sometimes, again, in this world, we be fighting for memory, family. So sometimes, if your memory, you lose memory, and you may be forgetting or something, that this person did you dirty, that this person is scandalous, and they conniving and scheming. If you know what I'm saying, you forget, you lose, you hold on to shit, then you forget that a motherfucker done did you dirty and they coming around to snake you again. So that's just a reminder, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the people that you walked away from and why you walked away from them. And just pay attention to a lot of things at this time, family. All right. Okay. And what else? Yeah, someone also is in the background. Someone is seeing through the veil. Someone is seeing who you are. Someone, I see the past life. I see the 5 of Pentacles out here. I see some people are outside having a discussion, okay, about something that fell off. Yeah, something that fell off. Some people in the background having a discussion about someone that fell off. Yeah, they're having a discussion about someone that fell off. Be mindful of these people. That's what I'm saying. Sacrifice this type of shit. You feel me? Yeah, people having discussions about somebody that fell off and shit like that. All right, or this could be you. You could be needing to not have a discussion about someone that then fell off. If this is you talking about someone else, you should not do that, okay? Because, of course, what goes around definitely does come around. You feel me? The same folks you see going up are the same folks you see coming down. You know what I'm saying? So, make sure you, what I'm saying, if this is you talking that talk, that negativity, speaking negativity about someone else's fall, all right, then you know what I'm saying, just at the end of the day, just be ready for the consequences, because consequences are always going to arise for your actions, okay? No matter what it is, family, there's always going to be consequences, okay? There's always going to be a cause and effect. Okay, so just be ready for the cause and the effect that it takes after. Okay. Okay, alright, I'll be back. I think I'll be back. I don't know, because I'm all over the place, but I'm right here, family. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Check out my podcast, family, Restful Revelations, on Spotify and Apple. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share so we can grow this tribe.